Looking for your next favorite local brew? Today on Eat, Live, Love San Fernando Valley, we're taking you inside Shadow Grove Brewing, right here in the heart of San Fernando. From their unique craft beers to the vibrant atmosphere, this spot is a must-visit for beer lovers. There are a handful of microbreweries here in the San Fernando Valley. Now, each has their own style and their own unique vibe, to say the least. And today we're at Shadow Grove Brewing. This is one of the smaller microbreweries that you'll find here in the San Fernando Valley. But it's also one of the coolest spots to hang out with friends and family. They have such unique events as a magic night, a retro gaming night, a trivia night, just to name a few, and always some really great food vendors. Let's go inside. Tyler, cheers. It's great to be here.
Thanks for having me.
I'm really excited to be here. I think you guys done a great job. It's hard to believe that you guys just celebrated your 3rd anniversary.
I know, it's crazy.
It really
fun.
is.
Really fun.
Congratulations on that. All right, so if somebody hasn't never been here, obviously there are a lot of microbreweries now here in the San Fernando Valley.
Sure.
Tell us a little bit about Shadow Grove Brewing.
Okay, so we are a small operation, but we produce a lot of beer. So a 7-barrel brew house. We keep a lot of variety on, try to, cater to traditional styles, but also make cool and like experimental stuff, I guess, that people might like. So yeah, we keep it fresh, but very small, very kind of like community based, and it's fun. We just kind of like making a space for people to like come and have a good time and have a good fresh beer.
Right, and you guys always have a good amount of people here every time I have been here. So you can tell like people in the community love coming here. Speaking of which, this is a really cool spot to hang out if someone's never been here before.
Okay.
The vibe, I just love the vibe and how you guys have designed everything here.
Yeah, Tom and Ron, they own the place. They basically built this place from scratch. It used to be a printer shop, if you can imagine that. So they kind of came up with a cool theme, built everything from the ground up, and everyone loves the aesthetic. And they're still, from day to day, working on it, making it look really cool. So it's a beautiful place. It really looks great.
It is so good. All right, so I got the Fallen Witch. Tell me a little bit about that.
So the Fallen Witch is a session IPA, not a style that a lot of people make anymore, but it's supposed to be a very easy drinking IPA. So usually IPA is around like 6-7%. This one is below 5%, but still bursting with like the same kind of hop character, aroma. You're just supposed to be able to drink more than 2 in a sitting, so that's why it's a session IPA.
I could definitely be doing that.
Yeah.
This goes down really smooth. All right, and what are you drinking?
And I'm drinking our Belgian-style wit beer. So if you've ever had, say, like a Blue Moon or a Shock Top, it's in that vein. It's a wheat beer that we add coriander, orange peel, and pink peppercorn to, actually. And it's a Belgian style, so it's got a little like fruity ester. It's really good. It's really refreshing.
All right, take another sip for sure. Any excuse to take another sip.
Yeah.
Count us in. And you guys have a seltzer that's really popular.
So Ron, the head brewer here, he actually came up with a concept. He wanted to make it a cocktail-inspired thing. So there's juniper berry, so kind of like getting from like gin kind of base cocktail. Nice. And then we have lime zest, black currant, and elderflower syrup. So it's got a lot going on, and it's pink, so everyone loves it. It's a nice 6.2%, so not too heavy, but very light and refreshing and very drinkable, and people go crazy for it.
Yeah,
so.
Especially when it's warm out. You got the summer and fall.
When it's warm, when it's cold, people go nuts.
Let's try some more brews at the bar.
Let's do that. Cheers.
Tyler, round number 2.
Round number 2, cheers.
All right, so what do you have?
So right here I have our black IPA. It's called It Hunts at Night. I know, a little creepy. Not a lot of people make black IPAs, but it is a style that's kind of coming back into vogue. I would say, for those unfamiliar, it's a mix between kind of an old school West Coast IPA, so that kind of like aggressive, piney, resinous hop character, but it's got some like roast character to it, so maybe a stout, maybe an American stout. But this is super smooth. It's one of our best recipes, and it's award winning. So
can't go wrong with that. All right, so what do I have?
And you have a seltzer. So like I said, pink, which everyone loves, but it's got the blackcurrant, lime zest, juniper berry, and the elderflower. So super refreshing. I don't know, take a sip. What do you think?
Yeah, absolutely. Really good. I'm not a huge seltzer fan.
Okay.
But for a seltzer, this is really good.
Pretty tasty, right?
Yeah, really pretty tasty. A lot of flavor on it. You know, sometimes those seltzers can be really bland. It doesn't have any flavor at all.
Yeah.
So this does have a ton of flavor.
We, you know, as a brewery, we're like, if we're going to do a seltzer, we're going to do something fancy. So a little artisanal, maybe, if you will.
I like it. I like it. I really like it. All right. So, hey, look, if you look at our glasses, we have different glasses right here. How do you determine which beer or beverage gets their respective glass?
So the first thing is the size. So what you have is a 12 ounce, and what I have is a 16 ounce. Typically anything that's over 7%, we will sell in a 12 ounce, or anything that's super expensive to make. So like seltzer is a little bit more pricey, got that fancy ingredient. So we put it in the 12 ounce. But anything under 7%, we'll put in this nice kind of like IPA glass. It's really good for aroma. So anything that has a lot of hop character, great for that. And then I guess I'll pull one from back here. This is our other 16 ounce glass. It's called a Nonic, and this is like traditional for English style beers, which we do a lot. So we'll put that in here. So a lot of aroma coming out of here, as well as a Belgian glass. And this is just kind of like a more traditional English style glass.
And Tyler, how did you get into being a lead brewer?
Oh man, homebrewed at home, not in my toilet, for about 5 years. And then I started working here, and just as a beer tender, and loved it. And they needed some help kind of like towards the end of that year, and asked me to step in to help brew. And I did, and now I'm full-time brewer. So it's kind of a crazy story. This is my first professional brewing job, but I've loved every second of it. It's been challenging, but also fun at the same time.
Right, but everyone here is so friendly, and you can tell that everybody has a passion for brewing, which is what you want to see at a local brewery.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, people love our beers. You know, we kind of mix it up a little, like I said, and I think people appreciate the kind of like cool and quirky stuff that we put out.
So. Well, cheers.
Cheers.
Pretty sure I'm not going to be quitting my day job to be a professional dart thrower. It's pretty cool though. You won't, if there was an Olympic event for dart throwing, and heaven knows they have an Olympic event for everything, yeah, you're not going to see it. Super important if you're throwing darts here. You got the 10 commandments of scorekeeping. Number 2, that's a problem for me. Thou shalt not move, stand still. Yeah, I probably moved about 5 feet when I was trying to throw those darts. Didn't really help me at all, did it? One of the highlights of coming here to Shadow Grove Brewery is on Thursday nights, you can have Mecha Barbecue, one of our favorites here in the Valley, some of the best barbecue you're gonna find in LA. So a lot of times you can choose between the side piece, and the side piece is usually a side of a Waka mac and cheese, topped with your choice of smoked pulled pork or smoked tri-tip. You got the steak topped with the sweet and spicy barbecue sauce and pickle onions. Or the nachos with your corn tortilla chips, showered in the Oaxacan queso sauce with smoked meat, and you can get the creamy chimichurri sauce, smoky chipotle, onion, cilantro, and pickled onion. You are gonna be in fantastic shape either way you choose. All right, guys, so now we have our Mecha Barbecue. We got the side piece with the tri-tip and the tri-tip nachos. Again, you can always get that with 2 different kinds of meat, but you gotta wash it down with something. And today I got the Amber Lager. This actually might be my favorite beer that they make here at Shadow Grove Brewing. So good. Like I always say when it comes to Mecha Barbecue, some of the best barbecue you're going to find in LA. How they're able to get that smokiness into the meat. Oh my gosh. Just so tender and flavorful, this meat. Shadow Grove Brewing in San Fernando. They're located at Maclay and 2nd Street. Come out and support these guys. This is a fun place, super family friendly and dog friendly as well. Hey, and also make sure you come out on Thursday nights. This is when Mecha Barbecue will be here as well. So if you like this episode, make sure you like, comment, share, and we'll see you next time on Eat, Live, Love, San Fernando Valley.